Peer and Community Engagement Manager and part of the team here at Shared Hope International. On behalf of the entire team, we wanted to say welcome and thank you for joining us on this episode of our first Internet Safety Series. Our hope is that this series will provide you with the tools that will empower you to protect the kids in your life and stop online child sex trafficking before it ever happens. Technology, including social media and classified websites, are widely viewed as being responsible for the explosion of sex trafficking in the United States. According to Shared Hope's research outlined in the National Report on Domestic Minor Sex Trafficking, there was an 800% increase over a 2-year period of reports that child victims of sex trafficking were exploited with the use and aid of technology. And service providers working with child sex trafficking victims have reported that between 80% and 100% of their clients have been bought and sold online. Bottom line, predators are luring child victims through online communications, using tablets, smartphones, even video game consoles, and esports. And there, online, our children are being groomed and being sold for sex. So how do we protect our precious kids from these dangers? We must shine a light on the online world where predators are communicating with our kids. In this episode, we'll talk about what makes a youth vulnerable and the grooming tactics that are commonly used by online predators. While this is not a one-size-fits-all description of every youth or an exhaustive list, understanding some general truths about the kids in our lives will help us better understand the tactics of a predator. Not unlike you and I, the youth that we interact with seek love, acceptance. They seek it from their family, their friends, those who they interact with regularly, and to a point, even from chance encounters. Although not unlike ourselves, youth want to fit in, and they want to and even need to be part of a greater community. Preferably one that is encouraging, accepting, and empowering of their hopes and dreams. If they don't have a community readily available to them, chances are they'll seek one out. As a natural extension of their social and emotional development, youth can also feel misunderstood. Even if they are often surrounded by people and activities, they can feel dismissed, insecure, and lonely. Traffickers and predators understand these vulnerabilities intimately. They make it their business to find out what a child's hopes and dreams are so they can exploit them. So how do online predators work? Well, first, grooming can take place quickly or over an extended period of time, sometimes many months, even years. Initial conversations online can appear innocent, but often involve some level of deception. As the predator, who's usually an adult, attempts to establish a relationship to gain a child's trust, they may initially lie about their own age, or they may never reveal their real age, even after forming a relationship. Predators will work to appear familiar. Oftentimes, kids will give up more personal information online than they intend, and predators are well versed on how to extract and keep this information for use at a later time. They may conduct research on the child, such as looking up their social media or accounts or their app profiles. Soon, the child feels as if they have a new friend. Traffickers use this information to develop a sense of trust and a bond between themselves and potential victims. Predators will appear sympathetic and understanding regarding a child's problem and act as if they are the only ones who can appreciate and help them. Predators may shower their victims with compliments, developing an emotional dependency while preying on the youth's insecurities and emotions. They may send a gift, like ordering an electronic gift card from a favorite store, such as Amazon.com, and deliver it directly to the youth's inbox, which can be accessed through any smartphone. They make promises that appeal to a child's needs or vulnerabilities, and they'll sell lies. They'll try to sweep them off their feet and flatter them with fake promises. They want the victim to be only theirs. They might say things like, "No one understands you like I do. You won't have to be alone anymore. Your life is hard, and I'll make it better. The same tactics are used to recruit spotters and other recruiters. Middle and high school age youth may be especially drawn in with the promise of money if they will simply spot or identify a vulnerable child and tell the predator all about them. Then the predator uses this information to lure a child and begins to groom them. Establishing secrecy is another tactic designed to gain confidence of a child and become a best friend. Victims often become dependent on their relationship with the predator, a relationship they most likely interpret as romantic. This allows the predator to control the child's behavior as the online grooming process progresses. Sharing secret desires, wishes, cares, and hopes are among the ways that they can establish intimacy with a child. They tell a child a secret and then follow with, "Please don't tell anyone, this is ours together." Then they can get the child to share something personal and ensure them, "This is just between us. You can trust me, I won't tell a soul." The process continues until the sharing is sexual in nature, possibly involving compromising photos or something that the predator can use for extortion or blackmail, like, "Do this or I'll send your photos to your parents and your friends." Once there's a secret, there's connection and a bond that unites the two. Traffickers will use the secret to create shame and to create a dependence that can lead to scenarios down the road. As the conversations and relationship progress, the predator will test the child's trust and boundaries by first exposing them to pornography and then asking for nude photographs and video. Through continued exposure, the predator hopes to lower the inhibitions of the victim and influence them with threats like, "Do as I say or I'll text them to your parents or post them to your friends' online profiles." From here, it's a short step to being willing to meet up. The in-person relationship begins. Once a predator has met with a child and engaged in illicit activities, they'll use blackmail and threats to maintain power and control and to keep the victim silent. To recap, the hard truth is that every youth is vulnerable in that they seek love and acceptance, want to fit in, can feel misunderstood, can feel insecure, can feel lonely. Online predators look to prey on those vulnerabilities so they can exploit them. And their grooming tactics can take place quickly or over an extended period. Grooming can look like attempt to establish a relationship by appearing familiar, developing trust with empathy by selling lies, establishing secrecy by sharing secret desires, wishes, cares, and hopes, and eroding boundaries. Don't forget the use of direct intimidation to maintain power and control and to keep their victims silent. In the next video of our series, we'll guide you through warning signs that a youth you know might be communicating with an online predator, and we'll give you information and tools to empower you with the steps to take action. Thank you so much for joining us and for watching this episode of Internet Safety Series. I'm Kelly, and from all of us here at Shared Hope International, we hope you got some great takeaways today and feel more equipped to protect and support the kids in your life. For even more information and tools, visit our website at sharedhope.org/internetsafety. See you next time.